All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian. My co-host Deborah has the night off. Today is Saturday, October 10th, 2009, 11:12 p.m. Tonight's a special edition. We're covering a case number that we've done before, and this is case number 816, Asiling, Symes. The case was opened on the 5th of October. I have Gale St. John with me, and I also have Travis Sanders. They're both psychics, and they're gonna be helping me with this case tonight. Are you guys there?
Yes, I am.
I'm here.
Hey, Travis. How you been?
I'm good, Brian. How are you?
Just great. Glad to have you back. Okay, you guys know the case. What I'd like to do is get any type of psychic information from you guys, if possible. Gail and Travis, I'm going to go read to you the information here. This is a missing 2-year-old girl. We've covered the case before, you and I, Gail. Travis, you're new to this one. This is for Asiling Symes, S-Y-M-E-S. She went missing on Monday, October 5th, 2009, at about 5:15 p.m. from Longburn Road in Henderson, and that's in New Zealand. She was last seen wearing a green jacket, jeans with embroidered flowers, and white shoes. I do have a picture of her up right now. There, I get right now. Gail, we discussed the case before. I do have 7 dream drawings up. We did the show with us the other night. The information that you put or you gave to me brings her about 5 to 6 miles out where she was last seen. I did go into Google Maps, and I did a couple images in a couple map areas, so search areas. Those areas are in yellow, and they are 5 to 6 miles out. What I'd like to do tonight is get any information that you guys can, as specific as possible. She is still missing. I just checked. Her family desperately needs her home, so we need to do everything that we can to help find her. Now, Gail, I've known you've been doing this for about 30 years now. You've had a lot of success in this. I know that you and Travis were actually right on top of the location where Kaylee Anthony was found. Now,
Absolutely.
Travis, you met Gail. You met her doing TV show A&E Psychic Kids.
Right.
Okay. So you guys get along well. You work well together, and that's good. That's what I want here tonight. As much information as you can. I've got notes. I'm recording this, and I'll take all that information and I'll post it. Gail, I'd like to start with you first. I've got the location on Google Maps, and I know you've done this before. I've actually done it with you on the phone, and you do a blind drive. You are able to do this, not even being in a vehicle, correct? It's not really a drive,
Right.
or whatever you call it. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
What I'd like to do is start off where the last location where reported that Asiling was seen, and I believe that's on 12 Longburn Road in Henderson, New Zealand. I do have a map up here. Let me get it up, get everything ready to go. Do you need any time? Do you want me to send you a picture of her again, or?
No, I've got that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to zoom in right here. Now, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I didn't attempt to do that tonight because I did lose the internet. Okay, so Gail,
Well, I have some things that I will say right now, because the one thing I've been hearing is Riverhead, and that was very clear. I don't know where this is. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's a place. It's a location.
You said Riverhead?
I feel like, that points me in a direction. At first I thought it meant, like the head of the river, but then they kept saying Riverhead, and I feel like that's really pointing me in a direction. Now, is that where she actually is? I'm not quite sure if that has to do with the person involved, or actually, where she is. I'm still with it. But I feel like that points me in a direction. And when I feel like I want to go into a direction, I want to go north, north, slightly west, when I'm going in this direction.
Okay. I'm starting it here, number 12, Longburn Road. If I go north, Longburn Road goes to north to south. And then it actually turns it actually turns to the west, and that's Rathgard Road. And you said Riverhead?
Riverhead.
Okay.
I also believe there might be a highway, even something named this, but I feel it more like this is a place than a highway, which is what's bothering me. It takes takes me. I keep feeling like it takes me to this area where I feel like there may be people that are there living, and there might be an area where there's water.
Okay.
Now, when I say water, I don't feel like this is clear water. I don't feel like this is how do I put? This isn't like an ocean. This would be like a creek or an inlet. You know what I mean? Something that comes in and goes around. I still see the jars and the plastic. It's almost as if this is a shack or a shanty. You know what I mean? This is not what I would call how to say it? Like a very permanent living type of quarters. You know what I mean? It's not really nice, or you know what I mean, what I would call a very elaborate place.
Okay, there's a River Park drive to the north, and actually it's a little bit to the northwest, a little River Park Crest.
We may be looking at more like a city.
Oh, a city? Okay.
Possibly, because I feel like it's a place being a film. And I'm using this as a point of reference to, because what I asked for was them to give me a point of reference to point me in a direction.
Okay, so don't start from 12 Longburn Road then.
Start from there.
Okay.
And head to wherever this is. This is River, whatever's called, Riverhead, River something like that, because that takes me in a direction where I want to be.
Okay. Bear with me. I'm taking notes. I'm looking for something like that on the map, and I so far haven't found anything. You know about maybe how far out that may be, if it is?
It could be anywhere between, well, I wouldn't want to say it could be anywhere between, let's see if I get an answer on maybe up to 9 miles, but I feel like it could be more around 8.
Okay, well, I'm looking in the really wrong area then.
Something like that.
Um,
and if I had to say a direction, I'd probably say north, slightly west from where she went missing.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there is a Riverhead. Hold on a second. Okay, I got it. I got Riverhead.
Okay, so there is a river.
There is a Riverhead in it, and it looks like there is a town. That's actually off of Coastalville Riverhead Highway. It runs right through Riverhead. It's a small town to the north.
Okay.
I'm guessing maybe 5 miles, 6 miles.
And you know, there. The other thing I kept seeing, and I don't know. Like I said, now I'm unsure because I don't know about names, and I don't know. But I did hear. To me, it sounded like cobble or it was cob something, which points me in another in a direction, as if I'm being bordered in an area. And how this fits with this person, I'm not really sure what you know.
Okay, wait a second. If you take that road, it goes to School Road. School Road, I believe, turns into Cobbler's Road. Are you feeling that may be it?
Okay, well, Cobb is all I'm got. It could be it because like I heard Cobb, but I can't tell you for sure if it's. But it's I heard the first part, which was Cobb.
Okay, there is a Cobbler's Lane, and that to me looks like a farm. It looks like a farm. There's several houses there.
I thought there was creaky like water. Like I said, it's not. It's more like an inlet. It's a creek. It's dirty water, muddy water. It's not like an ocean.
Okay, there is a creek next to it, but the creek would be to the east.
I feel that's very important.
Okay.
That this has something to do with it.
Okay, hold on. So, you think she may be in the creek, or what are we talking about?
You know, I don't know. I just feel like this is a direction where I need to be, but I need to be along that creek area.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to print this screenshot here. Go.
The place that I saw where the plastic and the rain was hitting the plastic, just seem to be near this water, near this creek. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of right. You know what I mean? It fits together.
Okay.
It goes together.
Travis, if you can get anything, just jump in, man, whenever you want. If you're picking up anything, you can go ahead.
Well, sure. Well, just from looking at the photograph, one of the first things that I'm getting a visual impression is of a man, and I'm not sure how he fits in or how he's involved. But he looks to be, I would say, like 50 to mid 50s, maybe 50 to 60. Salt and pepper hair that carries most of his weight in his stomach. But there's like a sense of familiarity here. I don't feel like this is somebody who I'd just be totally surprised by to see. Like, he's just somebody that feels very familiar. He feels relatively tall, at least around my height, and I'm about 6 foot, just a little bit over. And so that's one thing too. He also has a mustache, and I think he smokes cigars. And like I said, I don't know how this fits in or how this ties in, but that's something that came up right off the bat. Another thing too, I definitely agree with Gale, because one of the things that I picked up on right away was running water, which to me is a river. And there's some sort of name coming through, and I see and feel more than I hear, and so it's not my area where I excel in. But there's a name, and I don't know if it's a street, if it's a business, whatever it might be, but it's something that sounds like Ronson. And the other thing too that
Ronson?
Excuse me?
You said Ronson?
Something that sounds like that.
Ronson.
It just kind of has that sound to it, or vibe to it. The other thing too that comes across that kind of puzzles me, because normally when I get stuff for missing persons, it's literal, as opposed to when I'm doing readings, I see things symbolically. But one of the things that they're showing me is just roses, and I don't know what that means or how that fits into it as well. But the one thing too that my guides are bringing across is that there is some sort of arrest going to be made, and they brought that up as well.
You know when?
For now, what's that?
Do you know when?
Not right this second. I'm not getting anything. They're just bringing that an arrest is going to be made. And I think that's all I have right now. But of course,
I do have a question for you, Travis.
Sure.
Are you feeling northwest?
I'm not sure. I do feel north, but I don't know.
But you feel confusion, because the reason why I asked you this is I felt strange confusion between going northwest and an area northeast, as if whoever's involved in this has connection with the northeast area, but yet they're in the northwest area. If that makes any sense at all.
I understand what you're saying, and like I definitely feel a northern pole, but it's interesting because my first instinct is northeast.
Yeah, well, mine was, but the names lead northwest, as Brian proved that out. As I feel very confused over, there's connection to the northeast, but yet there's, you know what I mean, something going on here in the northwest.
Well, Gale, here's the deal here. You said Riverhead. There is a Riverhead, okay? And then there is a Cobbler's Lane. So I'm going to I've already screenshotted those areas. They're not that big. That's not a coincidence. You got that through whatever, but you got that.
But I also keep seeing 17, and that's what's bothering me. 17.
Why is 17 bothering you?
Because I feel like that has connection. I feel like 17 has connection, and then I think you're going to end up finding that northeast.
Okay, Cobbler's.
And I don't know exactly what it means, but I feel like there's connection northeast.
Okay.
As well
northeast.
To this person or persons involved.
Okay, Cobbler's Lane is a really short road. It actually, I believe, it turns into a dirt road. There's a farm there. There's several houses there, and then you keep following that to the north. It kind of veers off to the northwest, and it goes into a wooded area. Now, I didn't see a stream or anything like you guys were. Travis, you said you heard a stream. You heard like a. What exactly did you hear? Like a rushing water or just trickling water?
It sounded more to me like a creek or a stream.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, I know I live in Lucas County, but I heard Lucas also as a place.
L-U's. Okay.
So, this was bothering me as well. There's connection to both areas, which concerns me.
Okay. So there's another area I'm supposed to be looking for?
That's very important.
Okay. Well,
it's
no, wait.
Very important.
Okay. Now I've got the Cobbler's Lane. I've got that map. Do you see? There's another area I should be looking at.
Lucas.
Okay. Well.
A place called Lucas. Because Lucas kept coming to me too as well.
Is that a town again?
I'm very concerned about how there's connection between the two.
Is that a town?
I feel like it's a town.
I'll put a picture of her. I'll put a picture of her up on the screen here while I'm looking. Riverhead. Okay, hold on. There is a Lucas Heights, Gale. Lucas Heights.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait a second.
What
That
direction are we speaking? Yeah, where is that located?
East.
In reference to the place she was last staying.
Hold on, I have to back up that. I'm taking notes here too, and I'm going to get a screenshot of that. Okay, there's a Lucas Heights, and that would be to basically to the north by northeast.
Okay, well that answers some questions for me because there's connection to this area as well, which bothers me.
Okay, now these two places are not next to each other, so
no, I don't feel like they are because you have to go a distance. You have to take a highway or something to get back and forth. But there's connection to both, which concerns me as to what's going on and why. So
bear with me. What I'm doing is I'm taking screenshots of everything.
That's okay. Because I'm very concerned about why I'm going both directions, and that's why I question Travis because I feel like I'm being torn, both directions. Also, another name that I heard that concerned me was, and Travis mentioned roses, and this bothered me. Okay, the reason why I'm saying it is because I saw primrose. Which went along
what's primrose?
Travis and roses. I don't know. It may be a street, it may be a town. I'm really not sure.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you think that Lucas Heights might be the Lucas? I mean, it probably is.
I'm going to assume, but when Travis says roses, I have seen roses, but I wasn't sure when I asked again. I feel like I'm being bordered in two areas. Bordered, why? I don't know.
Okay.
Could there be evidence? Could there be a person? This is something we're going to have to sort out.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get...
And maybe authorities have more information, will understand this information.
Okay, so Lucas Heights,
I'm hoping.
Riverhead, they are about, I'd say, 4 miles apart. Okay, should I be concerned about in between those two locations, or
no?
Okay, what happened to her? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, she.
I just don't. I don't know. I feel connection in both areas, so I'm concerned that the person's from one area and has got her in another area.
Okay,
Travis, what do you think about that?
Real quick, if she fell into the river, she's not going to be in any one of these areas, which in a way is good, at least to me.
Right.
That would be.
Travis, what do you think?
Well, I definitely agree that the person who's responsible is not within that area, or it's definitely like you said, traveling back and forth between the two. But I don't really have any.
It's an odd feeling.
Okay, I found a 17 Gale. There is a
okay.
that is northeast of the center of Lucas Heights. That is SH 17.
Okay. I'm concerned because I don't understand the strange pull between the two places, and as you heard, Travis doesn't either understand it. But it is an odd feeling here, as if they're from one area, but they're in another area. I certainly hope authorities will, be acting on this and getting something going here, because I really feel like it needs to be. You need to move swiftly on this.
Okay, what are we talking about? Maybe
for you, Gale.
Was she
What's that?
Real quick, Gale, was she maybe taken from one location to another?
It's not as much I feel like she was taken from one location to another, as much as I feel like they're from one place and got her in another. As if they're trying to pinpoint me on a location where they're from and a location where she is.
Okay. Now I do have the Lucas and the 17. That there is a Highway 17. I think it's called a highway. Any more specific? Anything
Travis,
else?
do you have anything?
Oh, I actually had a question for you.
Okay.
Do you feel like there was one person involved or more than one person involved?
I feel like there's another person involved, but not in the actual death.
Taking.
Yeah. But
Okay.
now they're involved.
I see what you're saying.
What do you think?
I wasn't sure at first, but I always find it interesting to listen to what a person doesn't even realize that they're saying, and you kept saying they, and
You're
sometimes
right,
people
and I
want things like that.
You're right, and
I didn't even pick up on that, Travis.
Good observation. Excellent observation. Yeah, you're right. Because that's I'm when I'm saying things, I don't really think about what I'm saying or how I'm saying it. So that was excellent observation.
Hey, Travis, what I got for you? There's a man involved. Could be in between 50s and 60s. Salt and pepper hair. Is that like graying hair? Is that what that means?
Yeah, like gray and white mixed together.
Okay, is he fat? Is he obese fat, or does he have a pot belly?
He's on the heavier side, yeah, but he carries most of his in his stomach.
Okay, about 6 foot tall. He's with a mustache. Smokes cigars. You heard running water, which could be a creek. And what I'm saying, there's a difference. If you hear like trickling water, usually that's a creek. If rushing water, it probably would be something bigger. That's why I asked that. Ronson, I don't know. I couldn't find a Ronson yet. There's a Rosedale.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't hear very well.
Okay.
It's just something sounds like.
Well, you got roses.
Did you find a primrose?
No, I didn't. But I found you did say roses too, and I don't know now. Were those roses symbolic? Well, I mean, what were they, Travis?
Well, I said.
Well, that's what's confusing to me because I've never seen that before for a missing person.
Travis, check your Skype, please.
Okay. You said there will be an arrest soon. And you're not exactly sure how soon. So an arrest soon means there is foul play involved.
I want to say one thing quick, Brian.
Go ahead.
I kept hearing he bought it at the store. I don't know what that means.
Hold on, let me write that down. He bought it. Store. Okay.
Can you resend what you Skyped me, Gale?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm on the right one, but I should be.
Alright.
Okay, he bought the roses, or he bought it from the store. That wouldn't be roses, then, right? He bought, because Travis said roses. Would he buy?
Right. I don't know, but he bought it. He bought it at the store, and I feel there's importance to that, but I don't know what store, what it means. Could be that Bronson, could be the business, could be. But I feel like whatever, it was important what he bought at the store. And then they're going to tie this in later. They are going to make an arrest. This whole thing's going to come down.
Okay. Let me go over. I'm going to. Yeah, now you know what I got on the first set of dream drawings. And Travis, you don't have a clue, but I'm going to go over them real quick and see if it makes any sense to you guys. I'm going to start here. The first one says. Sorry, I have to scroll to it. Access, they found her. It just rained. Water is on the plastic. Now, Gale, you had gotten something with plastic. The the last time I talked to you too.
Right.
She's looking for the mother. Call police. The word cold, and then 61009. And I think we thought that might be 10609 if that's the way they do the date or not. I'm not exactly sure, which would be October 6th, which I'm not sure if anything happened on that date or not. That date is passed. And then it says stakes in the ground. Call to police. Hung up. Check tracebacks and the number 67132. And I think it's important. I think that maybe somebody had called. I don't know if to report her missing or something like that, but I do think a phone call has something really important to do with this case, and I do think that they can, if they're able to trace back a call or something like that to a certain person, it might provide a location of where she may be at this time. Then we did a show on that. And Gale, the notes from you were rain hitting plastic, garden growing. This is from our last show. Garden growing, garden in the area, and then jars. You kept mentioning jars. Loose dirt, blocks, some type of wall. I don't know if the walls are made out of blocks or not. I don't know. A woody area, then 5 to 6 miles. Now, keep in mind that 5 to 6 miles. I want to tell you something here in a second. Rockland sent me, I believe she's from New Zealand. I believe this is a picture of the house that's up in the case file, along with the address where she went missing. That's what we started at. Now, remember, a lot of times reports can be inaccurate as far as where somebody went missing, so we always don't trust that 100%. I did a read on this case, and I did that last night. And here's what it says: the number 61998. Check the call, not what police think. And that's the same. I think that's the same phone call we're talking about. Checking the call. And then I actually have a drawing of a male. It looks to me like he's in his 30s. It says uses hair products in a blue shirt. He's wearing a blue shirt. I have a drawing of him. I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. This is my drawing of somebody I believe that's involved in this case directly. And the next one, here's what I'm talking about the 5 to 6 miles. It says 9Ks, she's still there, plastic sheets, the letter W, and then phone call again. And then the note said 9K could be 9 kilometers. Gale said between 5 and 6 miles, which is close to 9Ks. So using that information, I did come up with a search area just using a basic map of just the area where she went missing, and then I went outward. And the area that's in yellow is, I believe, approximately 5 to 6 miles. Now, if we're looking for somebody that's been abducted, more than likely would be in a home. Now, there's not too many homes in the area itself. I'm saying I'm hoping she was abducted. We're not looking for the child in the stream or in the woods, because I do hear it does get pretty cold at night. And then the notes say, Gale said 5 to 6 miles, 1D, 9K, it says the map below, is what I just explained to you. Plastic sheets and stakes in the ground could be in this area. Again, a phone call might solve this case, and it talks about that. So that's what I wanted to bring up about the distance, if that was 9Ks or not. And then back to the picture, I believe. Now, Travis, you said somebody that's 50 to 60. The picture I have is not anybody that's 50 to 60. It does look like he's in his 30s, and this guy is not overweight. Do you have any idea what that might be? Is that our abductor?
I have no clue how that person, that imagery fits in. I'm not sure.
Okay. Gale, anything else? You guys just keep talking. I'm taking notes.
I'm curious about that primrose.
Okay,
I just feel like I'm being backed in corners, Brian, which means those two places need to be checked. I feel like one is obviously evidence of where the people actually live, and one is where she actually is.
Okay, I can go back to the map here now.
I feel like that's just really important, and I hope authorities will check these places.
There's a Rosedale. Okay, now I have the 2 areas that you mentioned. I have screenshots of those.
No, I'm really uncomfortable with Rosedale.
You're uncomfortable with Rosedale?
Yeah, as if that's just to keep reminding me of Prim.
Okay, there's a Rosedale
Brian, I feel like time is of the essence here.
Okay, now there is. Okay, well here's the thing. There's a Rosedale, and there is a. I certainly hope you're not right about this one, but there is a northern M way. I guess that's a highway, means a highway. That does cross a pond, and it's right in Rosedale.
Well, I'm really concerned about the fact that I think this needs to be moved quickly.
When I know,
executed swiftly.
Yeah, from what I know, the police are all over this.
They're going to move very fast, and I hope authorities do locate her.
Okay. from what I know, the police are all over this. They are following up on all the tips and leads that they get.
Well, thank God. Thank God.
This is New Zealand. They're usually on top of it.
That's fantastic to hear.
Hold on, I'm just making sure I get everything. As we're talking, I'm screenshotting everything that I'm looking at, so I can put that in the case file. Again, that's case number 816, and you can get to it at the URL at the top of the screen.
That Rose thing seems to be connected to the word Lucas.
Okay, whoa, hold on. Rose? Okay. So, okay, are we talking about then Rosedale? Is that what we're talking about?
No, I don't feel like I feel like it's Primrose.
Primrose. Okay.
Primrose.
I haven't found anything like that. Do you?
Okay, well, I feel like that's connected to Lucas, somehow. And hopefully somebody from New Zealand who listens to this broadcast can give us some information. We really don't know.
Okay, hold on. There is
Fill us in on this.
It's not Primrose, but there is a. I have to wait till it gets bigger here. Moremo Road. I'm sure my pronunciation's wrong.
No, I just don't feel comfortable either with that.
Lucas Heights.
I think at this point we're going to have to hope that someone from New Zealand who knows the area can help us on this.
Hold on, there's a. There's an Elmore Road. None of that's helping at all, is it?
I mean, this is definitely.
I don't see.
Gosh, I just feel like. I don't know, Travis, do you feel urgency?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just really, Brian, it's really bothering me. I feel like there's such a great urgency here.
Okay.
As if before they move, you know what I mean? Before they leave an area, this just needs to be checked very fast. Everything needs to be executed swiftly.
Okay. No, I do have the screenshots up of the areas that you were talking about searching, and let me go over them real fast again. They are the areas at Cobbler's Lane, and I believe that's Lucas Heights. I forget what it was again. Anyways, there's Cobbler's Lane. It's on the map. That's one of the areas you were talking about.
Right.
I got two screenshots of that, and then sorry, the Cobbler's Lane was the first one, and then the Lucas Heights area. And
I feel like the Primrose is connected to that,
okay,
and this
Primrose
is keeping us bordered in two different areas. I can't help that. I can only go by what I see in here.
Okay. Off Lucas Heights, I don't see a Primrose, but I do see a Rosedale Road. And then there's an Albany Road north. I'm sorry, guys, I just don't see it.
That's okay. I mean, it may not be there, but that's what I heard. And all I can say is what I heard.
Okay, now you were talking. We were talking about the area that there is about that one town with Rosedale. There is a pond there that Highway 1, which is northern. Whatever that is, does cross over a pond. Okay, let's get down to the big question. What alive or dead? What are we thinking here? Or you do just not know?
Brian, I don't. I mean, what'd your dream drawings prove out? Are you? I'm undetermined at this point.
You know, I really wouldn't say anything to hinder the case. I don't feel very good about it.
I can't say I don't feel good. I don't feel happy.
Here's what I wrote. It said something's not right here. I don't feel like she was taken by a stranger. The dream was mostly about horses. Gale said 5 to 6 miles. One DD said 9K. I just bring that up before, but in the last dream drawing is on here. I didn't bring it up. It says was told about the horses, looking for horses, and I really don't have a clue as what that means. But yeah, I think your sense of urgency is justified. Of course it is. I mean, it's always justified when somebody goes missing. But yeah.
Yeah, but this is really urgent. This is really urgent if just things are being packed up. That's the kind of urgency I mean.
Okay. Now, Gale, I know you and Travis, everybody, millions of people watched the Kaylee Anthony blind drive that you did. You guys stopped right where Kaylee Anthony was, and you've done it plenty of times before. Are you able to, let's say, speak with somebody involved in the case and have them start, because I know you've done a blind drive with me for a local case, and I was actually on the phone with you, and you were telling us where to go, and you actually were kind of shocking us when you knew what was in front of us, and there's none of that was on the map. So, are you able to? Can you do that halfway across the world? Because that's where it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
I think Travis as well can do it. I don't think there's any issues with either one of us. Do you, Travis?
I don't know.
I have confidence. Travis has been my student, and I'll tell you, I have a lot of confidence in Travis.
Well, Travis, we saw you in the blind drive. And we actually saw when you got sick right at that area too. And Gale kept saying, there's something's not right here. There's something not right here. And you guys stopped right there where Cale Anthony's body was located. And I know I've seen this in a lot of other cases too, Gale. That video is posted on Gale's website. And that's at psychicgale.com. And I know that site by heart now. And Travis, do you have a website?
PsychicTravisSanders.com.
Okay, PsychicTravisSanders.com. I'll put links to that on the case file. Again, if you go to briansdreams.com/lost, or the URL that's on top of your screen, that one specific URL will take you right to this case file. Gale, would you be willing to travel to New Zealand if need be?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I've traveled to Japan and found missing persons there too, so it's never an issue for me. I mean, if it's about finding missing persons, I'm going where I have to go.
Okay. Do you want to give out a phone number and email address, or not?
They can email me at psychic@bex.net.
Okay.
Or they can call me at 419-491-7283.
Okay. What we'll do, if you guys don't mind, we're going to spend an hour or so offline, and let's work on this case a little bit more. You get this urgency feel. Let's get even more specific if we could. I'd like to narrow it down to one location within a couple hundred feet. And I know you've done it before, so let's try to. I know it's hard not being there, but let's try to do that.
I'll do the best I can.
It's a shame. And one thing I wanted to bring up too. I don't know. A lot of times statistically says that the family is usually involved. I didn't get that in this case, and I don't think Gale or Travis got it either. Did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, but we all got the feeling, I think, I don't think we talked about it, that we felt like that she was really comfortable with this person, like she knew him or her really well. Maybe not a relative or something, but somebody that maybe she knew really well, or just someone that's really, really good with getting along with the children, making them feel comfortable.
Yeah, there was a comfort there. Okay. Definitely a comfort
there are reports, and I've been doing some research in this case, that possibly an Asian woman with a dog was seen in the area. Police, I believe, are still looking for this Asian woman. You think that's credible or not?
I keep leaning more towards a man.
Okay. Yes. Well, so did I, and I think Travis, you're a 50 to 60-year-old male. Okay, parental involvement then. Do you think that the reports state that this is what I got? Apparently, she was in there with her mother. They were cleaning up a house, getting ready to sell the house, and I believe that she was helping her with a washing machine or something. She turned around and she was gone, like within a minute or so. Do you feel that's what happened, or did you get anything like that? Or I'm going to believe the parents, of course, but I'm just wondering. Did you feel anything like that?
I don't really feel anything on that as much as I keep feeling this urgency right now, which really bothers me and troubles me.
Well, let's get this show posted then, and then we'll if we get anything else tonight, guys, we will post it on the case file. We'll get it up there as soon as possible. So far we do have 2 areas that I believe that should be searched, and we can try to narrow that down a little bit, or if we get anything else. I have those other search maps, and we certainly hope that she's located soon and safe. Thank you, Gale, and thank you, Travis.
You're welcome.
And Travis, don't be a stranger.
I'll try not to be.
Okay. Good night, guys. We will see you tomorrow night on a regular show. That's at 9 o'clock. I believe that's -4 GMT now on Missing Persons TV. And good night.